This is Eat, Sleep, Invest, the marketing podcast for real estate investors to get more deals. How do you minimize risk? Like when you're talking to these people, well, actually, even I'll take a step back. I know that you were talking about before, a lot of people have headspace with, they think they need cash to get into, they buy the houses, properties cash. Like, what do you tell people like that are just getting into it?
So yeah, that limited mindset was cash because I saw this other investor that I was a property manager for, and he would go and actually refinance properties, do a cash out refinance, take that cash and then buy a business or buy another property. I had no idea you could go to the bank. And that's where, when I found Bigger Pockets, I started going into the forum. So there's so much information online, free information about how to invest in real estate. The difficult part is piecing that all together, figuring out what is a guru trying to sell you, what is actually legal, what can I do, and how does it all piece together? How does it fit together? That's the hard part. So once you learn about some other ways to finance deals and to purchase deals, that's when you start asking questions to people who are actually qualified to, teach you about doing this. So for example, if you want to buy an investment property and you want to get, that bank financing might be an option for you. You're a high W-2 income earner. You don't have a high debt to income. What's your kind of, what would be your down payment amount, things like that. So I always recommend first, like, banks are easy to get a loan from, okay? To start out with, to ask questions about, because you're going to be talking directly to a loan officer who's going to give you the information and the facts. So ask them, or not even ask them, tell them what you would like to do. Give them information about yourself and tell them you want to purchase a duplex to house hack, or you want to purchase a duplex as an investment property to rent it out. And give them, you have your primary residence already, or maybe you're currently renting, what your current income is, how much debt you do have, and then let them know, I'd like to keep this property long term, or maybe this is going to be a short-term rental. Tell them those things, and then let them tell you what products they have to offer. And then kind of go through there and break it down. I'm in a situation right now where I went to the bank and did just that. And now I'm learning of loan products that I had no idea about that is actually going to sweeten this deal for us, because we're going to get a better terms and a better interest rate than I thought we were going to get. So always, letting them know what you're trying to do and let them make the offer, not just going to the bank and saying, I know I want a loan for 20% down and I want it 30-year fixed rate, or, if you're going commercial lending. And that's part two of it. If you can't find something on the residential side, go to a commercial lender, because they're going to look less at you and more at the actual property. You're probably not going to get as great of terms, but you need to make sure you're analyzing your deal so that that commercial lending works for you. So after commercial lending is when you start researching the creative financing. So one thing I've learned from the Bigger Pockets forums was seller financing, that people selling you property will actually be the bank for you. They'll say, instead of you going to the bank and getting a lump sum, how about you just make the payments to me? So learning about that, there's subject to, there's private lenders ask, and that's how I funded a lot of my deals, is having a private lender who would lend me the cash. And that definitely made it easier, not having to apply for a bank loan every single time, but networking and reaching out and finding who those people are that maybe want to invest in some way and have that capital, but they don't have time to go out and find deals, things like that. And they want to make a bigger return than they would if their money was just sitting in the bank.
Yeah, you're right too, because and I always find just go get the deal. Like, if you find the deal, you can usually find the money when you start looking.
The money will come, yeah.
Just go find it. Yeah, just make sure to buy right, and then find it. Yeah, the money will come. If you're talking to people, you can talk to your network, like you're saying, the banks. Commercial banking's, that's what I use for my single families here in Pittsburgh. And it's awesome because it doesn't go against your personal net worth or your personal debt to income, stuff like that. They more value based on the property. So you're right, there's all kinds of ways Just go talk to people and tell them what you're trying to accomplish, and opportunities will pop up.